Hey everybody, Oko here, and welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. So, we are currently in the midst of completing more Coalition assignments as we get them and spending our imprimaturs. But there's a little more of the world that I wanted to explore and open up a little bit before we move forward with those. Because we can only do 3 imprimaturs every 18 hours, so I have to kind of space them out a little bit. So let's explore a little bit more of Adelan while we're at it. So we're starting off things here in the Sizik Battlegrounds. Going the wrong way. Yeah, so let's see a little bit, see how much further we can branch out a little bit. Alright, so now we are in the Yas hunting grounds, basically. So I'm going to be following a path. I want to try and hit some of these waypoints on the way, but we're basically going to be heading north. Let me just check my list. Yes, I got a little map here I'm going to follow. Alright, so just in case we run into trouble, we'll put a party together, and then we'll stay on our mount most of the time, so that we don't have to worry about monsters. There's a few items that I've picked up, shopping lists I sort of had. You can take a look at the list here, I guess. These are just the things that I got ahead of time before I went out. Some of the items I already had. And a few of the items I just bought at the auction house. Alright, so there's a little good group. Alright, so this is the first camp. Let's see, so there's a waypoint right here. Alright. So I'm gonna hit that one next, if I can get to it. And there's a block in the way, so I can't get that one right now. Alright, so that one's just out of reach for now, but we'll remember that. So I'm gonna instead retreat just a little bit. So these are those Velks that we heard about. Yeah, you can fight them and you can collect their masks and necklaces and stuff like that for different kinds of things. So alright, so now we're just gonna go north. Yeah, I wanna go this way. We're doing good. We're almost done this section. Spend a lot more time here in the future at these hunting grounds. How are we doing here? Good. Right up here. So this is going to be taking us to an area called Mole Gates, I think. Yeah, Mo Gates. Alright, so let's take a look at our map. Let's just gotta load. Alright, so now we're gonna be going all the way north, all the way up here towards, this is where we're trying to get to, more and more basalt fields. So, I mean, I'm assuming we can't bring our chocobo in. I can't even believe I just tried that. Alright, so we can bring our party in though. Let's just bring our group together. And maybe I'll just use, I might just use, shrouds for now. Enchantments. Yeah, so we're kind of getting a bit of a preview of some of the areas we're going to be spending more time with in the future, but let's make sure we're going the right. Yep, we're doing good. Yep, this is the right way. Right up through here. This will take us to the next area. Ruby Raptors. Wow, we can ride those. Cool. Yeah, we have those for mounts as a mount option. These guys are sleeping. Bunch of F's up here. This is a new monster, a new sprite. This is kind of cool. Disturbed Mata Mata. And we get their shells sometimes in our mug garden when we do mining. Alright, so I think that's pretty much the last monsters, I think. Yep. So let's head towards these salt fields. Is that what it said it was? Basalt fields. All right. New area here. So here we go. This is the Moramar Basalt Fields. Wow. Abilities, mounts. So we can use our mounts here. Alright, should have just walked here, but anyway. Here's the first warp point. Alright, so we're looking for somebody. Yeah, she's right here. This is the lady we're looking for here. Apoliane. Let's talk to her. The Moramar Basalt Fields are riddled with walls and crags made of hardened magma. This has caused much consternation for those travelers here, as the paths are sometimes blocked by such dangers. You too must have met with some of these hindrances countless times on your way here. Were you aware, however, that there are methods for breaking down these natural barriers? It is truly a simple affair. There is a technique known as there's a technique known by the moniker of demolishing, which will enable you to contriturate such annoyances in the flesh. In a flash, pardon me. I can enlighten you as to the secrets of such a skill. However, I will require something in return. I ask not much of you. Bring me a marble nugget, which can be excavated from ore deposits in the area. I presume it should take you no time at all. This is a test of your skill in the wilds, young one. You must dig one up for yourself, not merely hand over one you have acquired by other means. Alright. So, we got lots of pickaxes. I'm gonna put the party together, first thing, of course. Alright, so let's go. Is this the right way? Yeah, so let's go out into the area and we'll look for... I'll head towards the next waypoint, but on the way we'll look for mining points, of course. I think we want to go this way out into the field. Wish it was a little lighter here, or like brighter so we could see things, but I guess it'll be daytime soon enough. What's that? There's a mining point right there. Darn it. Okay, well... I wanna... I really want to get the warps. There's a cliff here. Okay, never mind. Alright, so here's the first mining spot then. Let's do this. Alright, so where are we here? Here we go. Oh, shoot. No, I need pickaxes. Got a whole stack of them here. So, we're looking for, what was it, a slab of marble or something like that? Pickaxe breaks. Pickaxe breaks. So there we are, marble nugget. I think that was the item. Marble nugget. Alright, so let's head back to the lady then. That wasn't too bad. Ability mount. Alright, so we'll be back here eventually. Wow, there's a lot to do here. Look, I see a home point way up here. A home crystal. And these waypoints are all over the place. Wow, I didn't even know about this place. Alright, well... Alright, so here we are, back at Poliane. And we will trade her the marble nugget. Well done! One who is able to find a stone such as this surely has what it takes to navigate the perilous terrain of the basalt fields. Hold steady, dear friend, and take the time for introspection. You have naturally acquired the skill demolishing by fulfilling my meager request. You should now be able to crush the stone walls with ease. Please forgive my sending you on such a meaningless task, but I wanted to impress upon you that you can do whatever you set your heart on. Alright, very good. So there we are. Alright, so now we're going to head back the way we came. I guess it's just straight down here. Yeah. And we are going to return back through into the... we're going to head back into Mogates now. And we are going to... I think we're going to demolish our first barrier, which is going to be in there. Which will help us get to the next area. Alright, so we should be approaching the area soon where we're going to need our demolishing now. Ability, I believe it's right down this way, yes. So right down here, there should be a barrier coming up, and we're going to have to demolish it. Yeah, here we go. So, a bunch of monsters here as well, which I guess are going to get in our way. Skittish mata mata. I guess... we'll get rid of these. Yeah, these are neat looking monsters. I like these. They look like little ankylosaurus dinosaurs. Alright, and here's some scoriaceous clot. 2 of them. Let's kill these clots. Yeah, the music's pretty awesome. Alright, so, how do I... I'm trying to select the barrier. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be working. Hold on, maybe I gotta kill these monsters. Oh, there it is. I just saw it. Knotted roots. Here we go. Alright, so now the life bar is going down on it. Yeah, when we tried to break down the barrier in the Seismic Battlegrounds before, it didn't move at all. Alright, so I guess as soon as this is down, I'll just kill the other monsters we've aggroed. And then we'll just continue on. Well, branches didn't seem to move. I was expecting them to move or break down or something. Alright. Can we not get through here now? Darn it. Oh, darn it. Ugh. Knotted root. Alright, so this is the third section of fought. So there we go. You have to do 3 times. Alright, so now we can get to here. So now we're going to be heading down this way through this exit here, I believe, is where we're heading. Yeah. So let's reestablish our enchantments, and that's where we will go. Alright, so now we're in Certus Caverns, another new area. This area is huge. Look at this. It's ginormous. But we're basically... I'm going to be following a map. We're going to be following a route that takes us all the way down to this. We're basically just heading to this exit here. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're going to be ignoring... We're going to be exploring this a lot more in the future, but... Yeah, for now, I'm just going to do the same thing. Just put together a trust just for security, just in case something has true sight or true hearing and knocks us off out of our enchantments. We'll fight a battle if we have to, but for now, I just want to run through this so we can get to our next destination. Alright, I think we made it. So that was a long journey, but we made it. We managed to make it on just one set of shrouds. Still on the same... Oh, look at that. Something got us right at the end there. Tried to get us. That didn't work. Yep, here we go. Let's just head on straight through this part, and we'll be in a new area. Alright, so Psy Gates, another new area. So we're going to be heading into... Uh-oh. Well, let me just look at my map here. Okay, so we want to go right around here where there's going to be another barrier that we're going to take out. So just east. So I'll put my party together and we'll head straight for it. That's a cool looking monster. I'd like to fight that, but we're sort of on a mission right now. Let's just keep heading east here. In an easterly direction is what we want to do. Eventually we're going to be in another, a big open area. With a few different ways of branching off. There's a mining point. We don't need that right now. Alright, so this must be the opening area. Yep, coming up here. So we're going to go straight across. Like, straight east. And there should be another little... Yeah, let's just head in an easterly direction. So this way. Is this the right way? Yes, it is. Okay. So, down here, we should be coming up to a barrier soon. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so let's get rid of the monsters first. Here we go. So yeah, kill the monsters, and then we're gonna kill this root. These roots, I guess. I'm assuming we're gonna have to do it 3 times again. Alright, so there we are. So we got through. Alright, so now we're gonna go south, and we want to go to this this one right here. This towards the Forêt de Henetiel. Some more cool creatures. Cracklaws. Neat. Yep, this is the right way. Right down here. And this will take us to another new area that we've never been to, but yeah, we're doing good. We're covering a lot of ground. Getting through all the little tasks we need to do. All these things we're doing are just to make things easier in the future when we want to actually move around the different areas of Adeline. We have these little things taken care of now. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so now we're in an area called the Forêt de Henetiel. It's very rainy here today. You know, on rainy days we can put this on in our track pants. We have 20% movement speed. But I don't think we really need that. I think we can actually, if we're outside, yeah, we can get on our mount. So we're safe from monsters. So I'm just going to head to the next outpost. Which is right at this beach here, I think. Is where we're heading. This beach. Alright, here it is. Alright, so let's dismount. Alright, let's activate this. So there we go. Now we can warp here anytime we want. Oh, that wasn't even the outpost I was looking for. I actually want to get to the beach. Actually, this is the person we want to talk to over here, I believe. Shobele. You are a pioneer, are you not? Surely you must have laid eyes on the noxious fumes rising up from the Zoldef River while on duty. They pose an obstacle, though not an unsurmountable one, for pioneer expeditions in the area. In fact, the Inventors Coalition has devised portable boats to aid in crossing the river. Yet all things come with a price. In this case, you will have to procure the materials yourself. Do that, and I will create such a device to assist you in traversing the toxic tributary. We need 3 squares of Dolmo leather and 1 jar of umbral ooze, and Twitherum scale each should be sufficient. Do this for me, and I will construct a boat, the likes of which you have never seen. Alright, so we got those items ahead of time, so let's just give them to him. So he wanted umbral ooze, a Twitherum scale, and leather. Where's my leather? It's up here. There we are, Dolmo leather, 3 of them. Finished already? That was quicker than I had anticipated. Hold on one moment, and I shall craft your reward. It is done, yet do not think a boat alone is sufficient for transport. You must first learn how to use it properly if you are to keep yourself safe. Of course, practice makes perfect. Take your boat, cross the river once, and come back to me. Alright, so that's what we'll do real quickly. Obtain the key item watercraft. So... Alright, so we're just gonna head, sort of... Yeah, down this way, I guess. And... we're gonna head towards a beach. Where we'll be able to cross with our boat. We just had made for us. So we're going the right way. Yes, let's go north. And then west again. This way. Yes, here we go. Alright, so... let's see here. What's this? Broadless palm? Oh, am I at the wrong beach? Oh, I think I'm at the wrong beach. Alright, I think I might have to be at this other one here, just south of my south of me, so let's try and figure that out. Yep, nothing's happening at this one. Alright, so... so here we are. So this is another little beach. I think this is where we're supposed to be. Yes, cast-off point. I did all that other stuff for nothing. Alright, you should be able to head to the other side. Yes, let's do it. So, guy, you lost what? We lost control of our boat, sending us spiraling downstream. Shoot. Well, now I'm in trouble. I don't have my trusts. Darn it. Okay, well. Let's take care of this. Darn it. What a disappointment. Take a look at where we are. So that's where it took us. Okay, I'll take care of these guys. Hopefully they don't kill us. Okay, so I think that's all the monsters in the immediate vicinity, and we finally got rid of them. Alright, so let's use a few more of these shrouds. Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that. Shoot. I forgot. We don't need to do that, because we're just going to be doing this. Alright, so we just want to go to get around to the other beach. So we'll just do a little U shape here. I think that's right. Yeah. Right up here. Alright, here we go. So here's another casting off point. Alright, so let's cast off here. Yes. Yikes. Where are we? We are in the right spot. So we just want to head north now back to the camp point. So let's just head north and get back to Chobalet. Alright, here's the outpost. Alright, so here's Chobalet. Now that we've returned with our adventure on our boat. Boating is not merely about paddling, but also about controlling your center of gravity, so as not to capsize. Have you learned this in your nautical jaunt? Well done. From here it is but a simple task to find where to set sail and lay anchor. I am duly impressed with your skill and tenacity. Few are able to cross such venomous waters. Alright, there we are. We're now proficient at watercrafting. Alright, so now I think we're going to be using this to get across the river here. Let me just see the... Okay, so we're going to head back south now to this beach. Yeah, we're basically going to be heading here, and then we're going to go... We're basically going to want to get to this section here. This is where we're going to be passing. So I see there's a waypoint there on the way. I guess that's going to be our destination then, this waypoint. And we're going to need the water to get it, so let's go. Alright, so we're going to cast off here somehow. River mouth. Let's come to the river mouth. Some foul-looking water bubbles forth at the mouth of the river. How do I cast off, huh? We're in the right spot. This is where we want to be, according to my map. Interesting. Alright, well, that's odd. Interesting. Wow, I don't know what to say. I guess I'm going to head back here then, to this spot where we cast it off before, but I don't think that's where we're supposed to be. See you guys there. Alright, so here's the casting off point from before. downstream. Wow, look at that. There's a little boat there. Well, the map that I had showed us at the other place. Alright. Ugh, I don't know. That's so strange. Yeah, the map showed us starting from there. It's so weird. Okay, anyway, whatever. Let's just hop on our chocobo and get to the waypoint there. Alright, so here's the camp. And we'll activate the waypoint. Done. Alright, so now we are going to head to the beach here. To the west. And that's how we're going to cross the water there with our water crafting. Let's see if everything goes smoothly. Alright, so let's see if this works. So, we're at the beach here. No, it's not looking good. Okay, hold on. Alright, so I just did a little research, and it turns out we don't need to use the boat at this part, actually. It's these stupid palm trees is what we're dealing with. But first, let's kill these fish. Get them out of our way. They're going to be a problem. Alright, so, down this area. So, instead of using the bow, what we have to do is actually knock down these trees. So, that's what we're going to do. Alright. So, we should be able to somehow... I thought we could. What's this? Yeah, I thought that we had highlighted these trees before. There it is. Broadleaf palm. It kind of took a while. I don't know. That was weird, huh? Anyway, that's what we're looking for, I believe. So let's just go after this. Alright, so there it goes. Down she goes. Alright, so now we should be able to cross. Alright, good work. So we're going to head over here. Let's look at the map here. There is a waypoint we should try and access. Alright, here's a little camp up here. Alright, so let's activate this waypoint here. There we are. Alright, so now we're going to head to this beach over here. Alright, let's kill these monsters right here. So, we're just right over here, and once we kill these fish, we're going to break down another tree. Alright, now we'll get started on the tree. So it looks like the first thing we're going to do once the tree comes down is looks like we're going to go around the corner and get this home point here. And then we'll go north and get the waypoint. And let me just see where we're going here. Yeah, we're going to be heading this way eventually. Alright, so we can cross this river now. Alright, so I'm just gonna go west now and then south and get that home point crystal. I'm very intrigued by. Gotta make sure I get that. Oh, it's right down here. Yeah, there it is. Alright. Tucked away. Wow, really out in the middle of nowhere here. But here's a home point. Alright, there's a new home point registered. Okay, so now I'm just going to head a little bit north and get this waypoint here. Alright, so here's the outpost. Alright, let's activate the waypoint. Alright, done. Alright, so now we are going to be... There's a... Right down this way, there's sort of a way, I think, into the bush. Which we're looking for. It's sort of not quite on the map, I think. But anyway, this area is where we're heading, which is pretty close to where we are. So let's... Wrong way. Alright, so in this area here, we're looking for an area that goes west. This must be it here. Yep, this is it. This has got to be it. So let's head down into here. Probably going to lose our chocobo, but this, yeah, this is looking good. So this should take us to an area called Dough Gates. Hopefully. Yep. So, okay, so good. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be heading all the way over through it to here. Yeah, we want to go into this Marjami Ravine exit. So just in case, I'm going to bring my party together and use shrouds for now. Because we're just passing through. Alright, so we're on the right track. So just head straight up through here. And we'll be in yet another new area. Sure is a good thing we stocked up on all those maps on the first episode there when we were in Adeline. We wouldn't have been able to do it without them, I think. It'd be very lost, very confusing. Alright, so this is going to be heading... Yeah, this is going to be a new area called... the Marjami Ravine. This is probably another area where we can use our mount, I would imagine. Let's just see. Yes, indeed. Alright, so the first place we're going to be going to is the outpost, straight ahead here, where the waypoint is. Alright, so here's the waypoint. We're going to activate that. Alright, and now I think that we want to actually talk to somebody here. Let me think here. Yes, this one. Toppled Tree. Let's talk to him. Hold there, Pioneer. I'm in need of your aid. Have you ever had the misfortune of squaring off against a Velk? Foul beasts, these stinky and violent, and an unpredictable streak at that. Maybe a bit stupid, but it's only a matter of time before they turn their spears to Adeline. That's why the Coalition put me here, to keep an eye on them, and I've noticed something startling. They're able to use the ivy that snakes along the side of the cliffs here in Marjami Ravine to scale vertical walls, enabling them to move more effortlessly from place to place. I figured that if those brutes can do it, it can't be too hard, right? But the ivy is covered with all manner of thorns and briars, making climbing an exercise in futility. And then something came to me. What if we could make gloves out of the hides they use? Then we could keep our hands safe for sure. I assume I don't have to spell this out, but just in case. I want you to raid one of the encampments and procure some of their leather. On multiple occasions, I've seen leather scraps strewn about the outskirts of the encampment of theirs to the southwest. This will be a dangerous task, to be sure, but I'm sure you've seen worse during your extensive travels of the Middlelands. I'd go myself, but I've been commanded to stay at this post, so help Ulbuka out, will you? Alright, so we need to get some leather for him, and I think we might already have it. Let me just check. Alright, so no, we don't. We have to go on this little quest to get, we're looking for a strip of Velk hide, and we're gonna need to do some demolishing in order to get through it. So let's just, we're gonna have to break down 3 barriers. Hold on. We want to bring our party forward, and then we're gonna get on our mount, and we'll just, we'll head to the first. We'll head to the first barrier, which is in this area here. Yeah, right here. So I'll meet you guys there. Don't. I don't want to talk to you. Don't. Don't. Oh, I can't believe it. How obnoxious. God. Okay, so we're in the area. Oh, this must be it here. Yeah, these areas. We gotta demolish this. So let's first get rid of these birds, and then we'll take down the barrier. These are really beautiful birds, these tulfares, and we can actually ride one of these as a mount. Got that long ago for a login campaign. They're really cool. Alright, so let's get started on this, this rock wall here. Monolith boulder. See how long this takes to tear it down. Makes me cringe a little bit to think about how damaging this would actually be to our weapons if we were actually swinging away at a rock wall like this. Yikes. So I wonder if we're going to have to do it in 3 locations like the other ones. Probably, huh? Yep, it's multiple spots. Let's do this side. And down it goes. Alright. So, now the next one, there's 3 of these. The third one, we gotta go up this way, and then down this little area, and it should be right in this area here. So we're gonna head north, sort of in a northwesterly direction, and then down a ramp. Alright, this is the ramp here, it looks like. And, yeah, there's another rock wall straight ahead. So let's rinse and repeat. Ooh, there's a big bird here. I'm just going to attack the rock wall, I think, because it seems like when you break down the barrier, it kills everything around. I'm just going to ignore the other monsters and just see if this saves us a little time. Just, yeah, going after the wall. Alright, so after this, we're going to be heading south. I guess, yeah, there'll be another, there'll be a new waypoint here to get on the way. That'll be the next destination. Alright, and there we go. It did kill everything. So, yeah, that's probably the best way to do things. Alright, so now, let's look at our map. So now we're going to be heading, yeah, let's just head down to the waypoint there. In a southeasterly direction. This way, right? No? I'm kind of lost here. Oh. I didn't see this little gap here. Yeah. Alright, so here's a new camp. There should be a waypoint here somewhere. I think. Yes. There it is. Alright, so now we are going to head this way, and we want to head over to this area over here for the third barrier. The third barrier should be right down this area here. So So southwesterly direction. I'll go this way. So, do we go through this way? Yes, I think we go down this way. Down here, there should be a third barrier. So, the third and final one. Here it is. So, let's go for it. Yeah, so as soon as we're done breaking this down, we're going to be just heading, we're going to be hugging the right wall and basically heading into this little area here. Looks like our final destination. Alright, so let's move through, hug the right wall. And there's a bunch of Velk here. Okay, so this is the Velk we're looking for. So we're looking for some area where we can pick up a piece of their leather. Alright, well here we go. We're in a fight. Let's see how this goes. This is our first Velk we ever fought. So we want the lower part of K10, apparently. Is that where we are? Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. The Velk cache. Alright, so let's just get into the middle. Maybe I don't even need to worry about this. Let's just click on this and see what happens. There we are, a large strip of Velk hide. Alright, so we got the key item. Alright, so let's just kill this monster. And then we'll see if we can get out of here. We should be able to just hop on our mount. Let's just see if we can survive this. Should be alright. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them here. Darn it. Oh well. Alright, let's just kill them one at a time. And then I'm going to head back to this one, the first waypoint, where that Gulka, his name was Toppled Tree, and find him again. Alright, so here we are back at the camp where Toppled Tree is. Here he is over here. Let's talk to him now and show him the key item that we got. You're back. Did you get what I asked for? Yes, this is some high quality leather. Soft to the touch, yet firm and resilient. No wonder they were able to climb that ivy like you or I would climb rope. I'll just have to make us a couple of pairs of gloves out of this, and we'll be scaling the cliffs in no time. Talk about perfect. Udip Farawa Said she'd take over my post for a little while in case I needed a break, which I'll use to give this another go. I've got to make some preparations first, though. You interested in coming too? Once I'm ready, I'll be heading to the southwest of here, where the closest patch of ivy grows. Maybe I'll see you there. Alright, so I guess we want to head to that southwest area, huh? Scalable area. Let's see, let's click this here. Yes, this is probably it. Ow, gah! Oko, don't just stand there. Help me out of here. Oh, this is just great. Now we're both stuck in this cursed hole. What's that? Yeah, I know we should have been able to climb the ivy with these gloves. I figured that all I needed to do was fashion a pair out of the leather and you gave me. I figured that all I needed to do was fashion a pair out of the leather you gave me and then just grab on. But things are never that simple, are they? Think you can give me a boost? Oof. Ow, ow, ow. We made a little bit of progress, I suppose, but I need to be able to do this alone. Wait, I've got an idea. Can you stand a couple of steps back and watch carefully as I give it another go? Maybe you'll be able to see what I'm doing wrong. Ow, not again. I think I know what I'm doing wrong, but my back, I think I threw it out. Ah, here, put these gloves on and see if you can't do better than I did. Maybe the problem is that we're too focused on our hands. What if we used our toes to grope about for a sturdy place to anchor ourselves? You've also got better balance than I do. Give it another go. Great job, Oko. You figured out how to do it. Take those gloves with you, free of charge. They're bound to come in handy. Watching the way you expertly clawed your way out of here gave me the confidence to have another crack at it. I'll be able to climb those rocks as deftly as you once I put on a bit more muscle. Feel free to head back to camp or to continue with your pioneering activities. I'll claw my way out of here somehow. Best of luck, Oko. Alright, so there we go. We obtained the key item, a pair of Velk gloves, and we've learned the ability to climb, as well as getting some bailed and increasing our fame a little bit here in Adalin as well. Alright, so we're getting there. There's still a few more things that we need to take care of. Yeah, there's two more abilities that we need to learn. Okay, so we're back at the Certus Caverns, and we got here by just backtracking from where we were. Now we want to go to J7. Let's see where that is. J7. Aha. So that's this little inconspicuous spot right here, it looks like. So that's where we're heading. And in order, yeah, you wouldn't be able to get there unless you have watercrafting and climbing, which we have now. So I'm going to put up my... I'm not sure the best way to get there, but I'm going to put on some shrouds and just make my way there, and hopefully we don't have much problems. Unless something happens on the way, that's where I'm going to meet you guys. At J7. All right, so here we go. So here's a place where we're gonna have to use our climbing. So, all right, so let's approach this. Got our belt gloves, yep, and we want to ascend. All right, so now we're gonna head forward, and I think we're gonna have to do that a couple times. Let's go head north. I'll save my shrouds if I can. All right, so here we are at, yeah, we're going to have to use casting, yeah, cast off point. Yeah, watercrafting, yes. So there it is. We just used climbing and watercrafting. And there's our boat. All right, so that got us across the water. So now we can zone into the next area, which I believe is called Kamir Drifts. Nope. Yorsha Well. Oh, yeah, that's right. I missed a step there. Yeah, no, this is the right spot. Yorsha Weld. Let's take... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. How... Ooh, this is intimidating. Oh, my God. Where are we going? Let me just see here. Zone... now we want to... God, we want to get way over here. I'm going to need a map of this. Hold on. All right. Well, the first thing I want to do, I think, is going to be to head... Let me just see if I can call them out. Is get to the closest waypoint. Yeah, which it looks like there is one right up here, northeast of here. So let's just head this way and see if we can find a camp. Yeah, here it is. So let's just start by activating this. Now, okay, I sort of have... There we go, done. So I sort of have a map here that I'm looking at. Oh, wow, it's complicated. Anyway, we want to get to F7 over here, huh? F7, oh my God. All right, well, I'm gonna do my best. I'm going to bring a party together, and we're just gonna hop on the mount and see if we can just travel there. There's a northern way and a southern way we can go. It's like basically a big loop. We're on the opposite side of the loop. Wow. There's a crystal there, home crystal. Well, there's one... Yeah, there's one waypoint south. I'm gonna go the northern route, because there's more waypoints on the way. So I'm gonna try and get to this next waypoint here. Alright, so it took a bit of searching, but here is the next waypoint. After this, I'm going to be heading southwest to this way. Towards this one. But let's just activate this. Alright. Off we go. Alright, so according to the map, the next waypoint is straight ahead here. There it is. Here's the camp. Sure is hard to find things in this place. It's very confusing. These waypoints will really help. Alright, so let's activate that. There we go. So now I just want to see... I want to just quickly see if we can get to this home point down here. That could be risky. Maybe not. Maybe I won't push my luck yet. Trying to get to F7, huh? Where are we now? I think we're getting close. Yes. Just north of here. What do you think? I'll go do a little hunting for the home crystal, I think. Here's a cave. Yep. So I think we made the right decision. So I think this is going to take us to the home point. The home crystal, I should say. Let's just head in here. Anything? See how close we are. Oh, we're getting close, alright. Let's keep going. There it is. Alright, so let's activate this home point here, this home crystal. Alright. I'm gonna just travel back to that last waypoint that we were just at. Fastest way that I know how. Okay, so we just warp back. So basically now, that's good. There's one more waypoint down here, but I'll worry about that in the future. For now, we're going to be getting out of here, so we're going to be looking for the exit at F7, which should be just north of here. So let's go up here. Maybe this is the exit. Just go up north through the camp. So, here we are, F7, should be around here. Here we go. This looks promising. So this should be taking us to Wogates, a different... We've been to Wogates before, but I think it was at a different part. Right? So there we go. So let's take a look here. I'm pretty sure, like I said, we've been here. So, where are we? Yeah, this is a different map, alright. Alright, so now we want to zone into Khmer up here, which is at H4. Yeah, H4, way at the top here is where we're heading. It's not that far, but just to be sure, we're going to, as usual, put a party together and then use shrouds. Alright, so here we are in Khmer Drifts, another new yet another new area. Let's take a look. So we're looking for the frontier station, which has someone named Trifo. Trifo we're looking for. Let's see if they show up already. No. Alright, well, I'm not sure where this station is. Let me see here. Let's get on our chocobo so we're safe. Okay, I'm just gonna look for that frontier station so we can find the next group of people that we want to talk to. There's Trifo right there. So that's the person we're looking for. Let's see, where do we go here? Looks like it's in this underground outpost here. Alright, so here it is. So, is there a waypoint? Oh yeah, there is. Alright, so we're going to activate this. Alright, done. And then talk to Trifo, who's right over here. He seems to be trying to say something, but his voice is too soft to make out. Ask him to speak up. Shuffle, shuffle. He seems to be trying to say something, but his voice is soft to make out. Huh. Alright, we'll just keep asking him to speak up, I guess. Shuffle, you are a patient one, aren't you? The Khmer Drifts are long known as a place of training and ritual for geomancers of old, and so too have I chosen to make this pilgrimage. My voice is so soft because I am attuning my senses to the region so I can become one with nature. Can you even hear me? Of course. Then tell that little toy soldier over there to stop pestering me to break down the walls while I am training. Wait. What if you taught me how? You raise an interesting point. If I imparted my knowledge to you, then you could do as he asks, and in turn, I can resume my regimen. You must focus all your thoughts on the ice, become the ice, find its eye, the weakest point, and smash it with all your might. Sounds easy? Well, it is not. No, I predict it would take you 30 years to perform such a feat. 30 years? Piece of cake. I admire your dedication, but there may yet be another way. If you can hear me, then perhaps you could sense the change in tone when you thump different parts of the wall. This might enable you to find the eye. I shall teach you to distinguish between the eye and the other parts of the ice. But do not be so brash as to put your head directly to the ice. Your ears would just weld to the surface. So, what you need then is a nice pair of earmuffs. Gather 3 rabbit hides from the snow-pelt rabbits around the drifts, and while you are in the vicinity, 1 raz tusk from a raz. I can tear myself away from my training long enough to make a pair for you. Alright, well, we already got those items ahead of time. So yeah, just make sure you come prepared with a raz tusk and rabbit hides. Where are they? 2 of them I should have. Yep, or 3 of them. 3, yeah, pardon me. 3 rabbit hides and a raz tusk. I must confess that I thought the desolate drifts would be the better of you. Congratulations on making it back in one piece. And here you are, your very own pair of fuzzy earmuffs. I shall accompany you to an ice wall. That much energy I can spare as long as you're not that cursed Taru. Yes, this one should do nicely. I shall tap on the ice while you listen to the sounds with your pair of fuzzy earmuffs. Are you ready? First, I will thump on an area that is not the eye. And now the eye itself. Could you tell the difference? I think I got it. That is all the help I am able to provide. You should now be able to break such walls by striking at the eye. Let us return so we may warm our frigid bodies. Knowing the location of the eye is only the first step. Breaking the wall requires immense physical fortitude. Yet you have come this far. I am confident that you will see this task to its natural conclusion. Alright, and with that, we obtain a pair of fuzzy earmuffs, and we've learned fragmenting, as well as getting some bailed, and some more Adolin fame. Alright, so there's one more little mission to do, and then we can finally head back to Adolin and just concentrate on the coalition assignments and missions, whatever they're called. So now we are going to... Let's see here. We want to head to G8. G8. Gosh, I'm going to need a map for this area, so I better look into this a little bit. Hold on. Alright, so I have my map that we're going to be following, so... Can't go up this way. Darn it. Okay, well, I gotta replan my route then. Darn it. That's too bad. Oh, no, this is actually not where we want to be going anyway. That's not the right way. We want to go up here. I think. Yeah. Good thing we didn't give up so easily there. Okay, so let's just quickly activate this. Alright, and there's going to be another thing we need to unblock just up ahead. Looks like it's just directly north here. Let's just see. Alright, so there it goes. So, that's the last barrier we gotta break down, I believe. So there's one more waypoint I want to get just up ahead here before we actually zone into the next area. Yeah, this way. Yeah. And then right up through here, there's another camp. Just right up a little bit northeast from here. Should be around here somewhere. Maybe in here. Nope. This way. Yeah. Alright, so here's a camp. Just want to activate the waypoint here. Alright. Alright, done. Alright, so now we are going to be zoning to the next area. Which is, we just gotta basically go over this area here, so just west. Southwesterly is where we're going. Alright, so here we are in a new little area. There's this little ravine we gotta get across somehow. I wasn't expecting that. What's this? Mnemonic pool. How do I get... Oh. Oh, wow. My goodness. I wasn't expecting a barrier here like this. We want to get to there, basically. Straight ahead. How are we going to do this? Let me see here. Oh, I see how we get there. Okay, we gotta go north. Okay, we gotta go around. I see the route, and there's actually another outpost on the way, so let's just do that. We're gonna go north. We're gonna be heading back towards the camp that we were just at. But we're not gonna go in there. Yeah. Let's hug the left wall here. We're gonna go north. Alright, we're gonna come through here. There's another barrier coming up we gotta fight. Another icicle one, I suppose. I'm assuming it's going to be. Alright, right over this way. There it is. Alright, let's get to work. Alright, so now we're gonna head north a little bit. And yeah, I just want to head north because there's going to be another camp up north here where we can get another waypoint. So let's just head up this way and enter a cave. This looks like it. Alright, so here's camp number 4. So we're gonna... Alright, so that's it. Now we're gonna head south. Now we can get to the other side of that little ravine that we just saw where we were blocked. Oh, we gotta wait 12 more seconds before we can bring our chocobo back. So yeah, now we just want to head south. Alright, so there's a little drop here. That's a one-way point. You can only drop down from there. You can't get back up. But this essentially puts us on the other side now. Here we are. So now we're on the other side of the ravine. This is where we were on the other side there before. And, yeah, now we're just going to head this way. Might have to do something here. Let's see. Alright, Lizarin door entrance. Let's click this. Enter, yes. Whoa, here's a new area that we're at now. The outer Raz Kaznar. Wow, we got a map here. This is huge. Holy smokes. Okay, so we want to get to M6. That's very close to where we are. In fact, we're there. Hold on. Oh. What's this? Lorraine? No, we're looking for something called the Augural Conveyor. It says it's up here. Meeting point. Is this a drop? Can I get back up here? I'm kind of scared. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now I'm scared. It's alright. Okay, here we go. This must be it. So the augural conveyor. We're going to come here. Click this. Our geomagnetron has been attuned to the... Okay, so that's good. We want to make sure we got that. So we can warp here now. Okay, so now we're going to go back and talk to that Lorraine. Or Laren, or whatever her name is, that we just saw hanging out by the entrance. And we'll have something to do for her, and then we will be able to leave here for now. But we're going to be coming back here. I recognize this. This is actually the area, I believe, where we're going to be doing a new battle mechanic called Vagary. But we'll look more into that in the future. But here, let's talk to Laren. My name is Laren. I visit ruins all around Vanadil in pursuit of ancient knowledge. Ra-Kaznar is positively overflowing with all manner of shadows. If we don't keep their numbers under control, they might spill out into the wildlands. If they were just feral fiends, I'd say throw caution to the wind and cull them right now, but I sense that there's some greater presence guiding them. I'll advise you to take care of the mythical barricades that line this place should you decide to take the beasts on. Those doors have a mind of their own and are apt to trap you within the labyrinth. It's as if the walls themselves are alive and with energies pulsing through their cracks like the blood in our veins. And those energies are no ordinary magic. You could try to rend them to tatters with a great axe, but the only thing to splinter would be its hilt. If your goal is to colonize this land, then you'll need to find a way to deal with such obstacles. I'll do a little bit of experimentation and see if I can find anything. And by I mean we. I should expect no less. If you find something with traces of arcane energies, come back to me. Perhaps I can learn more about its form and function. With any luck, I'll be able to fashion a pattern that'll turn the energies to our benefit. What's a pattern? A pattern is a magical apparatus that converts cyclical magic into simple formulas. Leave the details to me. For you, a grasp of the basics will suffice. First things first, find something with remnants of this energy and bring it back here. Then we can get it to work. I would venture 2 squares of ancestral cloth should suffice. If I'm right, the shadows wandering about the inner court should have some on them. Yes, we'll assist her. Excellent. The 2 of us will make the perfect team. All right, well, I happened to get some of that ancestral cloth ahead of time so that we could just quickly get this done. Where are they? I need 2 of them, right? Oh, right there. Ancestral cloth. Alright, give those to her. Welcome back. I trust you have found enough squares of ancestral cloth. Aha. So this is how it functions. Remember how I explained that magic coursed through the cracks like blood through our veins? Then if we found a way to reverse the flow. Of course, this is all just theory. We won't know until we actually try it. My professor always told me to know is to act. Knowledge is nothing until you put it into practice. Let me prepare the patent using the sigils you have brought me. Just give me a moment. Splendid. This should assist you in getting rid of that pesky magic impeding your progress. Come with me to the lower levels, and we will test it out together. I'll bring along a silvery plate, which will enable us to operate the transit device, shall we? This door is the one that has been giving me problems. If it doesn't work, then we won't be able to figure out how the door operates, which leads us into a terrible loop of unknowns. Steel yourself for action. I suppose that accomplished something, but we're not done yet. Let me just fiddle with... Get ready. I'm gonna open it. Huh? Open up, you piece of... Ow! Wow! Wow! Well, at least we reversed the magic. All you have to do is give it a couple of good bashes, and that should break it right off its hinges. But you're a pioneer, right? So what's a little blood? I, on the other hand, am much more delicate. Let me put my handiwork to the test and make you a pattern of your own. Alright, so we attained the key item, Laren's Patent, and we've learned Pulverizing, received some Baled, and also increased our Adeline fame. Let's see what happens when we talk to her again. Ever the burning sun of ignorance cannot evaporate the fountain of knowledge. The rest I leave in your capable hands. After all, there is more research to be done. Alright, and that's it for now, for here. I'm going to be leaving now, but we'll be back, and we got that warp point now here, so that's really good. Yeah, I think Anyway, yeah, so let's just head back home, and I think we should be ready now to move forward with things in Adeline. So I think that we're going to go talk to Grayson now again, back at the Pioneers consulate. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to move on to the next mission, story mission, by talking to Brenton there. I think I called him Grayson earlier in the episode for some reason, but yeah, this guy, Brenton. We're going to be talking to him very soon, but I just wanted to show this. We've gotten our fame to a high enough level where we are now are able to get to spend 4 imprimaturs now. And we've been able to do this just by doing this over and over. And I think if I spend these 4 now doing this, I've just been doing logging over and over. And I think that... Oh, I can only do up to 3, even though... That's interesting. You can still only do 3, I guess, not 4. Anyway, that's fine. Okay. So that means when I'm done... I should be able to do it twice, because then I can do another one. Anyway, I still have to go out twice to farm. I might probably still will wait for 3. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to quickly do this last 3, and then that should be 20 imprimaturs that we would have spent. So I'm just going to quickly go out and do some logging, and then I'll be right back. I've set my home point for here, right there, but we're just going to take this somewhere in the middle of Sizik Battlegrounds, because I noticed that there's a lot more... logging points further south. So I don't know. I usually seem to have quite a bit of luck here. The further away you get from the town entrance. So yeah, so I'll be right back. There we go. Alright, so there we go. There's our 5 items that we've logged for the day. And... Oh, I'm wearing the ring. What? I didn't see the... Oh, that was weird. Okay. Alright, so let's head back to Western Adeline, to the Pioneers Coalition. And hopefully we'll be able to move on to the next part of the story. I've done enough logging now. The next time we come to the task delegator, we'll be doing different things, but I think we've done more than enough logging. And I can probably spend that one imprimatur if I want later, but I'll probably just save it till I get 3. Let's just, as usual, turn in these completed assignments. Alright, so I'll think of some other coalition assignments to do later. Maybe we'll want to do some at a different place. Someplace like perhaps the Inventors Coalition, or the Couriers Coalition, or the Mummers. Anyway, we'll think about it. But at this point now, we should be able to talk to Brenton. We've spent over 20 imprimaturs and gotten our fame to a certain level. Hopefully, we should get a little message here from Brenton about some sort of dinner invitation that we'll be getting. What timing, Oko? This is level. We've been invited to dine with the members of Adolin's cabinet. I'm gonna feed off this accomplishment of yours vicariously for weeks. As real as the dickens, though, I couldn't be happier for you, Oko. Take this as a token of my appreciation. Once your bison stops bucking, put on your best bib and tucker... Oh! Put on your best bib and tucker and get yourself over to Adolin Castle. Come to think of it, Oko, have you ever heard of the Nakuals? They're the ranchers of the continent's frontier, and more temperamental than a bull in heat. Rumors abound that the Nakuals keep thwarting the pioneers' best efforts, thanks to some puppeteer or whatnot. But I've yet to see any proof of that puddin'. Either way, it seems their trails and ours are bound to cross. You might as well learn 'em. You might as well learn 'em a thing or two while you're moseying about the jungle. Tell 'em to pony up and get in line like the rest of the herd, so you pioneers can lead Ulbuka to greatness. Yes, so there we are. We got the dinner invitation, and Level here gave us some things to think about. The Nakuals, huh? Wonder what happens if we talk to him now. Maybe this is all in a day's work for you adventurers, I guess you've been lassoing Vanadil's wildest afore the first bison drive. Travelers have told many a tale. Travelers have told many a tall tale about your exploits. I guess they weren't so tall after all. Okay, so here we are in Eastern Adolin, right near the entrance to the castle. We haven't really passed these gates. We're going to talk to Plo Trishbach, who we talked to briefly before. Let's talk to her. Him or her, I'm not sure. I think it's a her. Yeah, it's a Mithra. So talk to her to initiate a cutscene here. Thank you for proffering your dinner invitation. Oko, yes, you are indeed on the invite list. There should be a servant waiting inside the castle to escort you to the dinner. We hope you find the festivities to your liking. Thank you. I think we might have been underdressed. We'll see. We've collected 3 in just the past month. Considering how we hadn't found any chunks of vanadium ore for years, that's an annual increase of infinity-winity%. I'd say the money spent recruiting all those pioneers has more than paid for itself. As ever, your naivete knows no bounds, Cheryl Machero. Death awaits all who step beyond Jorius yet, and I dare say you'd not soon like to lie on a briar, even one made of baled. Nothing good can come of raping the land and violating the will of our ancestors. Ha! You've gone so blindy-wined in your old age that you can't even see the foresteroo for the trees, Hildebart. I think it's time you gave up your seateroo to your son, Gramps. No amount of flim-flam and hocus-pocus flung my senile old detractoress can hide the truth. Numbers never lie, my friends, and they're telling us to charge on ahead with the pioneering effort. We'll be drowning in profiteroos. Or something like that. Oh, profiteroos. The way these Taro speak is so confusing. I cannot even begin to fathom the depths of your idiocy. You are willing to throw common sense, tradition, and the continent itself away just to line your pockets. Blatantly ignoring our founding king's dying request and indulging in vulgarities. We are sure to lose Altana's blessing, should this plan bear its rotten fruit. The only thing that's rotten in this room is your outdated sense of morals, old man. Adeline has to stop being so insular. Don't you get it? We live in a pluralistic world, and must look toward the global marketeroo. Like those brave crusaders of justice who've worked wonders in the Middle Lands and the Near East. Those, what's their name again? It's Righteroo on the tip of my tongue. Ah, yes, adventuroos. Thanks to the influx of adventurers, Adeline's seen drastic increases in those barbaric nomads who care not a whit for our bonds with the land. I swear, if I looked up dogmatism in an encyclopedia, your portraituroo would be right at the top, you old geezer. I have had it with your childish aspirations. I'll not be called geezer by a money-grubbing midget like you. This is neither the time nor the place to be acting out like this. Shame on both of you. Just think if the goddess were to witness two of her own children besmirching each other. Oh, the tears she would shed. Such a troublesome pair, you two. Ah, Monsieur Oko, I presume. Allow me to bid you welcome. How is it that I know your name? How coy of you. It's truly elementary, my dear pioneer. No, I'm neither prescient nor clairvoyant. Your reputation simply precedes you. And it is indeed grand. How could it not be, after having performed such glorious deeds? As an aside, Oko, did you know that a whole century has passed since the sacred city of Adeline was established? While that may be an obvious fact, a lesser-known piece of trivia is that the population of Adeline's archipelago has more than doubled in the past decade. This growth shows no signs of stagnating either. The obvious outcome of this population explosion is that the demand placed on our food supply, as well as our insufficient housing, increases dramatically. The sad fact amongst all of this is that we simply do not possess the technology to increase these islands' landmass. There will eventually come a point at which the available land can no longer accommodate its populace. I realize the last thing we need is a fearmonger. However, I sincerely believe we have already reached the breaking point. That is exactly why the colonization effort is indispensable. To the west, vast expanses of land stretch well past the horizon. But is gaining all that land worth breaking the ancient pact? Speak your grievances, my dear Gratzig. I am nothing if not fair, and there are two sides to every story. Let yours be heard. Don't you remember King August's lost words? Tread not upon the hinterland of Ulbuka. That pact with the spirits has been honored by our people for longer than any of us have been alive. To blatantly ignore it would do nothing but invite divine retribution. Isn't that right, Vortimer? That may be true, Gratzig. But Grand Chancellor Ignace as Adris's descendant, and it is he who patrons the colonization movement. Do my eyes deceive me, or has Mr. Adolin yet to grace us with his presence? Grand Chancellor Ignace has a bout of illness, so I have been told. Oh my, this does not bode well, not in the least. He convinced us all to disregard the Founder's will, and now he is unable to even stand before us and defend his position. How can the mastermind behind this sacrilege worm his way out of all culpability? To hell with this farce. Your anger is more than understandable, Gratzig, but there is little we can do if the Chancellor is ill. It is an unfortunate turn of events, but one we must accept. Turn of events? My tail. He's probably locked himself away in his ivory tower, sniveling into his pillow and quivering at the grave mistakes he's made. That's quite the venomous statement, Gratzig. So it is, and I stand by every word of it, and you, Shero Mashero, your hands are just as sullied. Who the hell is this? Oko? We have employed this rugged fighter as a pioneer. He also happens to be one of those fabled adventurers so oft sung of in songs from the Middlelands. His prowess in exploring has been indispensable to our cause. So he has been invited to this gathering. Sounds like nothing but a filthy swindler to me. And? I guess that means you're here for His Highness, then. If you truly want to get rich quick, then you've got to go through his servant first. Try asking him about the Chancellor's constitution. I hear Ignace isn't well enough to attend his own meetings, but surely he'll grant an audience to some nomad he's never met before. It seems the Guard Chancellor is feeling under the weather. Damn your idiotic euphemisms. Under the weather? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Exactly how's he under the weather? I see apothecaries and priests here. Have any of them tended to the Chancellor's supposed bout of illness? Well, Arciella V. Adolin, daughter of the former royal family and sister of Grand Chancellor Ignace, has entered the hall. I'm terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting. Again, let me apologize for my tardiness. No need, Miss Arciella. It seems my brother has worked himself sick over the issue of colonization. He came down with a fever recently, so he has been confined to his bed until his symptoms subside. Still, this is an assembly of the utmost importance. Hasn't he heard about the... Yes, we are both well aware of what has transpired. Therefore, I have told my esteemed brother that if the colonization effort should continue, it should do so with all due caution. What? Why? Think of the Richie Witches, Arciella. Oh my. It seems that Lady Arciella isn't too fond of letting people enter the jungles outside the city. Yet she certainly enters them often enough. Or that is what an astute detractor might argue, anyway. The 12 orders of Adolin were created equal, but some more equal than others. I suppose that is bound to happen when the members of one all have the founder king's blood coursing through their royal veins. I'm so glad you decided to become a pioneer, Oko. See? I was right after all. We did meet again! Alright, so that was a cute little scene. There was a lot of information dumped there. So we need to just wait until the next Vanadil day to do the next step. So we'll just wait around for a little while, and we're gonna want to, we're gonna meet back at the Pioneers Coalition. So I'll meet you guys there just after midnight. Alright, so now that we've sort of established a bit of a presence for ourselves here in Adolin, and we've accumulated a little bit of bailed, we can buy some things. If we talk to this guy, the Summer Trust Expo is still happening. So this guy, I believe we'll be able to purchase some things from him with bailed, including during these special events, this one. Another trust that we can get that we don't have yet. So this is Margaret, who's a ranged fighter. So the next time I'm back home in Sandoria, South Sandoria, I'll bring that to Gondabad, and we'll add Margaret to our list of trusts. There we are. So this guy will probably also have another trust for us to get during the winter or spring or fall or one of the other expos that are going to be happening. So I'll wait for that to happen, and then we'll be back. Alright, so here we are back with Level at the Pioneers Coalition. Hey, it's Oko. Listen, I've got something juicy for you. Though you may have heard already, it's about the Leafkin. You might have seen street vendors selling pocket-sized Leafkin charms. Their popularity is simply beyond compare. The superstitions some people will cling to, but that's neither here nor there. I bring you some interesting gossip. I've heard that they have a gathering spot of sorts in Yorsha Weld. Have you ever been there? I think we were there. I don't actually remember. The names of all the places that we've been. We've been to so many new places lately. I'll just say yes for now. I think we have probably been there. You have? All the better. There are whispers going around about a regal matriarch who rules over them all. Are you familiar with the story? Of course. What story? What? No, I don't know this. Does she have a crown? There are whispers going around about a regal matriarch. I don't understand. I'll just say this. They're only rumors, Oko. How am I supposed to know? If she really does exist, though, she must have some wonderful stories to tell. You must be aware of recent abnormalities in the forest, being a pioneer and all. Those Leafkin buggers are deeply intertwined with nature, so they could assist in getting to the root of the problem. Root. Kill me! The problem is that none of them speak the common tongue. None, that is, except for the queen. I mean, if monarchs are supposedly deities incarnate, I'd certainly expect them to have a leg up on their followers. You're gonna make me spell it out, aren't you? I want you to find and approach the queen and then seek her advice. We need to learn more about what's wrong with the forest. The rivers are running dry, the flora is changing at a dizzying rate, and worse. Some have even reported hearing unnaturally feral screams, thundering across the land. Such an ill portent for our pioneering activities. None to date have succeeded in meeting her, though not for lack of trying. If she exists, she certainly wouldn't trust us. There must be some way we can open her heart, though the details escape me. If it were a mere question of words, then we would just send a city envoy to parley with her. No, it's got to be something more material. To meet with the Queen, you'll have to earn the trust of her tribe. I wish I could offer you more clues, but those are all the hints I can give you. So what do you say? Feeling up to the challenge? Yes. What an adventure. Outstanding. Adeline is counting on you, Oko. We need information. We need information more than anything else. No use going in blind. You must be able to find out something at the Mummers Coalition. What with all the pioneers coming and going? Not like I can say for sure. Oh, pay my ramblings no heed. Godspeed, Oko. Alright, so, looks like we're heading to the Mummers Coalition next. So, let's go there right now, then. And see if we can seek out more information. Okay, so here we are at the Mummers Coalition. We haven't really spent a lot of time here yet. We don't know if we've been here at all. I can't remember, but today we're looking for someone named Masad. Let's see. There, right at the very back here. Let's talk to Masad here. Get a cutscene. I do not believe we have met before. My name is Theodore. And you are? Well, I think we have Theodore's trust that we gotten on one of the login campaigns, I think. Oko, is it? That name is certainly a rarity on this continent. I take it you were born on the other side of the sea? An adventurer from the Middlelands, come to assist in the colonization movement. How altruistic. Have you been enjoying your little romp through the wilderness of fair Ulbuka? It simply would not do for you to come all the way here and not indulge in what we have to offer. Life is long and terribly dull, so you must seize any opportunity to appreciate it when they present themselves. The only issue is that no matter how interesting the diversions, they rarely stand the test of time. That is why novelty matters the most in such affairs. This metaphorical freshness preserves only one's sanity, but his youth as well. Of the mind, that is. That of the body is an entirely separate matter. I see that this drink in my hand does a far better job at holding your attention than my dusty old words. It is a concoction made with the juice of a certain fruit that grows deep within the Ulbukan jungle. I profess that it is one of my favorite beverages, but alas, the fruit that gives birth to it is rare and highly unobtainable. Simply look at this ruddy hue that mimics a bleeding sunset, and the piquant aroma that delicately tickles one's nose. I can hardly picture the look of shock that must have crossed the face of the person who first discovered it, seeing how its outward appearance resembles a ball of hardened phlegm hawked carelessly onto the ground by a terminally ill old man. Sources do tell me that pioneers have been making a habit of bringing some back with them, but the fruit rarely makes it to conventional mercantile channels. As this shopkeeper tells me, his stalks are bone dry. Have you succumbed to the temptations of this luscious fruit as well, my dear Oko? Then I suggest paying a visit to the Couriers Coalition, as it is they who keep watch over the innumerable goods that make their way into and out of this nation. I assume you wish to trek there with utmost haste, and therefore will refrain from keeping you much longer. You did not come here looking to engage in idle chit-chat, nor would I dare to dampen the spirit of a fellow sensualist. Until we meet again, Oko, for I have a feeling that this is not the last we will see of each other. Very peculiar man. Alright, so, now that we've done that, he's sent us off to the couriers, I think is what he said, right? Pay a visit to the Couriers Coalition, but he didn't tell us who to talk to there. Okay, well, it looks like we want to talk to Masad again, but after a game day has passed. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave and come back in a little while. I'll just do something else for a little while and then come back. Okay, so we did talk to this guy before, but here's this Bergant guy, sort of like a hobo kind of hanging out here on the street, but he was asking for some fruit, I think. Its peel's all lumpy and green to the point of inducing vomit, but the fruit itself is as heartwarmingly red as my wife of 40 years. Anyway, my life's so sad that a fruit's the best thing in it. Please bring me this one bit of joy. Alright, so I think we have to... Somehow this quest is interfering with the mission quest, so I'm just going to complete this one quickly, I hope. So we've done this one, and then we talked to Masad, which we've already done. Yeah, I think we need to go to the Couriers Coalition next. Where's that? Here? Oh, there. And we're looking for a guy named DeWalt. I think we might have talked to him before. Alright, so let's just enter here and talk to DeWalt here to continue this fruit quest. Whoa, 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 hold your chocobos. You do realize that it's almost impossible to give you information on all the fruit harvested from the jungle this past year, right? I see. If that's the case, then you're looking for a blightberry. It originated from... Where was it again? Oh yes, the Middlelands. A traveler who ventured to the Middlelands brought it back with him when he returned. The tree he planted out in the woods has been bearing fruit since the time of the Great Expedition, people say. There used to be fields and gardens that extended deep into the interior of the continent. I guess some survived after we Adulinians fell back behind Jorius yet. Even if they do sell for a high price, I know I'd never go foraging for them. It's simply too high a risk for the rate of return. Still, I can see the appeal. They don't grow in the Middlelands anymore, so there's definitely a market for them. If you were to raise a plant all by yourself and then sell its yield abroad, you'd earn yourself a hefty profit for sure. Come to think of it, I recall hearing that the Civic Arboretum brought up all the remaining ones. If that's the case, I'm certain there aren't any left. There's no way those botanophiles would let one slip through their thorny fingers. Sorry, I couldn't be any more of help to you. I'd best be getting back to work now. Good luck in your search. Okay, so... let's go into the Rala waterways and look for someone else who might be able to give us some more information on this. So... So we enter the Rala waterways through here, near the residential area. Okay, so we're gonna look for someone named Chalvava. There it is. Looks like he's right in the middle of the little garden area here. Alright, so here's Chalvava. In the middle of the vegetable garden. You want to know about Wateroo? Blightberries, picked from deep within the jungle wungle? We're endeavoring to raise some here in the Arboretum. So we just started readying the seeds for plantaruing. You want one? I hate to be the harbinger or warbinger of bad news, but we already devoured them all. I can still taste the one I ate, too. You'd have to have had a triply whipply effective haste cast on you to make it in time. There's no way something that delicious will stay unsavored for long. Hey now, don't look at me like that. It's not like we stole them and disposed of the evidence before the Peacekeepers Coalition could arrive. We brought them with our own hard-earned bailed. If you really want a Blightberry that badly, I guess I can let you in on a little secretaroo. I'd never go because even taking one step into the battlegrounds sends paralyzing shiver-wivers down my spine. But word has it that there are some trees left in Yas hunting grounds. If you're truly a pioneer and a connoisseur of the fruitaroo, its location shouldn't pose a problem to you whatsoever. Now, it's time to plant these beauties. Alright, so the Yas hunting grounds might still have some Blightberries. So let's go there and see if we can harvest one. Alright, so here we are at the Yas hunting grounds. Now we're just going to be going around looking for a harvesting point so that we can look for a Blightberry. But so I'm not going to be doing a lot of fighting, but just in case, I'm going to just put together a party just to have. If we come across any barriers, we're going to want to demolish them as well so we can get to the other waypoints that we haven't activated here yet. So here I'm just going to put together the usual 5. Alright, so like I said, see there's still 3 other waypoints I wasn't able to get to. I might just kind of maybe open those up while I'm looking for a harvesting point. There's one, I think. Yep. Alright, so I believe I have some sickles in my, keep them in my case here, yep. It's a whole stack. I'll just take the whole stack out for now. Alright, so, I don't know how long this is going to take. Hopefully we can get it on our first little round here before the harvesting point disappears. Oh, we got it on our first try. They probably do that for you intentionally. Yeah, you're probably supposed to get it at your first attempt. Well, since we're here, I guess you might as well do some other harvesting. I'm curious what we can actually get in Adeline here. Oh, whatever. Who cares? We got our Blightberry. Let's just go back to Adeline and, what's going on? And return to, what was his name again? Bergant. So I'll meet you guys back at Adeline there. Alright, so Borgertz, is that his name? It was down here in this alley. Bergant. Borgertz was somebody else. Alright, talk to him. We'll give him the Blightberry. Ooh, the lumpy green snot fruit of my youth. How'd you manage to find it? In Yas hunting grounds? Talk about it being right under my nose the whole time. Too bad it was too stuffed with regrets from the past decades to sniff it out. This isn't the time to be wallowing in self-doubt. There's ambrosia to drinks here. There's ambrosia to drink here. That's not the flavor I've been longing for, I tell you what. The fruit looks the same, but it ain't got that telltale flavor. Must be differences in the soil that done it. Ulbuka's never been the most conducive land to farmin'. You sayin' that 'cause there ain't be no more trees for it in the Middlelands? I ain't never gettin' to taste the fruit like 'twas when I was younger. So much for dying happy. Wait, after tasting it again, dare I say it ain't half bad. Odd, despite being reared under harsh conditions on this toughest of continents, it's like my grandma dripped honey down on it from the heavens. This could be even easier to drink than the one I remember. Yes, let me say it loud and proud, this is one fine beverage. Oko, I can't thank you enough. This whole time, I've been living in the past, trying to reclaim something. I couldn't, but you've opened my eyes. Just like how this new Ulbukan grown fruit tastes better than the original. Maybe what lies ahead of me ain't some inevitable march to the gallows. Of course, everyone's gotta meet their maker eventually, but that's no reason to give up. My purpose for living could be hiding in the Yas hunting grounds, too, or anywhere even. All I need is a little rainwater and some quality soil to sink my roots into and start growing. You said something about how young'uns down in the sewers was trying to grow these on their own, didn't ya? That gets me thinking about how I can taste that heavenly flavor again and how I want to contribute to Adeline. I hope my dear departed wife ain't get mad at me none for not keeping her in the head every minute of the day. That I think I've found my life's calling. I'm a head on over to that arboretum and lend an old, wrinkly hand in raising those crops for certain. I wouldn't have come to the realization without you, Oko. This ain't worth the inspiration you've given me, but at least it comes from the heart of a man born again. Alright, there we go. We got some limit points and some bailed, and I think that unblocks the mission, the story mission, which we can progress on now. Let's see what he says now. He said, I'm a head on over to the arboretum and lend an old wrinkly hand. And yes, okay, saying the same thing. Okay, so now let's go back to the Mummers Coalition and talk to... what's his face again? Yeah, let's see if we get the cutscene now, or we might have to wait a little longer. Let's just see. Looks like we got a cutscene. Good. And Theodore is back. Oko, why such a sour look on your face? It is wholly unbecoming, but please, I am more than willing to lend an ear, if it would help absolve you of your worries. I have got all the time in the world, after all. So tell me, what troubles you this fine day? Meeting the Leafkin Queen. Ah, yes, Her Royal Highness, if you will. Should you have the time, I would enjoy nothing more than to regale you with some relevant tales of old. But before I do, have you had the fortune, or perhaps misfortune, of tussling with one of the Nakuals? No. I am certain you have at least heard of their existence. Yes, we have. Guardians of Ulbuka, her wrath made manifest. If you wish to progress into the wilds, locking horns is inevitable. Be that as it may, I promised you a story, and a story you shall have. Having spent many days and nights in Adolin, you have surely heard the name of the founder king spoken by noble and peasant alike. The trials and tribulations of centuries past are not but legends to people living today. This story involves one of these legends. The foolhardy king ventured into the wilds with his entourage, invading the lands of Ulbuka and slaughtering all foes in his path. Though his blades sliced through the flesh of many like strands of silk, a few particularly lurid beasts, those that now serve as keepers of the wilds, are not to be tamed so easily. When they were at least bested, they swore fealty to the founder king. Today, we refer to them as the Nakuals. He subjugated one race after another, eventually breaching the sanctity of the forest's most inner recesses. Yet something caused him to abandon his goal of colonization. Years later, he left the following words as he lay on his deathbed: "Never again must man tread upon the land of Ulbuka." This epithet has been known throughout Adolin's history as the Ancient Pact. The Nakuals are bound by this very pact, but they are not the only ones. Do you see where I am heading? So you mean the Leafkin? Precisely! You see, Oko, the Leafkin do not look kindly on mankind's encroachment upon Ulbuka, as it violates the word and spirit of the sacred deal they made with the founder king. Its power is absolute. The only one who can nullify the pact would be the founder king himself, or one of his bloodline. It was not comparatively long ago that man respected this code to the same degree as the denizens of the forest, when the Order of Adolin was a royal force superseding all, that is. His dying wishes were also engraved upon the sword that he once carried at his side. Throughout the centuries, each king of Adolin had held the sword high in front of his subjects, swearing to uphold his ancestors' grand promise. Your eyes widen in surprise. I assure you, every last syllable is steeped in truth. Throughout all of Adolin's history, her citizens only set foot in Ulbuka on 2 occasions. The first, of course, was when the founder king himself treaded upon the land. The second was in an age called the Great Expedition, a time when the founder king's words had begun to fade from memory. The remnants of the encampments set up during that time still exist to this day on the shoreline of the Eastern Sea. Forgive me, my story has veered off in an unexpected direction. As I was explaining, throughout time, Adolin's rulers have always respected the pact. Whenever a new king ascended, he would take hold of the sword and swear a solemn oath to uphold that which has been passed down through the ages. Yet winds of change started to sweep the city, and the Order of Adolin was reorganized into one of 12 noble houses. When Ignis, the current leader of the Order of Adolin, came to power, he was just one man in charge of his house, his influence over the city muted at best. He chose to abandon the sword, declaring that the colonization of Ulbuka was to recommence, a stance not taken in more than 24 generations. Thus, a new age dawned upon the city, one of pioneering and progress. So, if he forsook the blade of his forefathers, into whose hands did it fall? Think hard, dear Oko. The one who possesses it is the one closest to Ignis himself, one present at his coronation. In fact, you have laid eyes upon the blade on more than one occasion. It must be Arciela. Precisely! The sword that our princess now wields is the only thing that represents the will of the Founder King himself. I profess that I have a tendency to ramble, but I assume this tale served to scatter the clouds of doubt that were surely muddling your thoughts. Think of it as a tidbit of wisdom from someone with idle hands and tongue. At my age, dreams are a thing of the past, as they have been for decades upon decades. Sometimes I catch myself thinking about the Founder King. I gotta get something to drink. Oh, I just got some orange juice. Okay. Sometimes I catch myself thinking about the Founder King. All he wanted was to catch dreams in his hands. And so he reached out into the depth of the forest, attempting to seize what no man had ever touched. At least, so go the stories that they tell. You adventurers cling to your desires in much the same way. No. Forget what I just told you and leave me to my wanderings. Alright, so there's some more story from Theodore. Okay, so now we want to go back to the Pioneers Coalition and talk to Level. Alright, so here we are, back at the Pioneers Coalition, our favorite place to hang out in all of Adolin. We spend a lot of time here, it seems. Alright, Level. Hey, welcome back. Did you manage to find out anything? The Founder King's sword? Oh, you mean the one that Princess Arciela always keeps at her side. You know how it happened to come into her possession? Ignis bequeathed it to her when he ascended to his current station. To think that such a blade would be a relic of centuries past. She guards it like a protective mother would guard her son. Never once has anyone seen her without it. You want to borrow it? Are you out of your mind? It must be really important for you to say something so brash. Oh, so that's the rub. You think the Leafkin will trust you if you have that sword. Not that I expect her to give it up like some piece of hard candy, but if you want to try, you can find the princess in Castle Adolin. Sure, it might be like wringing blood from a stone, but it's at least worth a shot. It's the only way to figure out what's going wrong with the land. Alright, so there's the hint. So we're going to head to the castle then, I believe, is our next destination. Alright, so here we are. We're approaching the gates of the castle. Should get a cutscene here, yep, when we get close. Here it is. Oh, heavens, this isn't good. No, not good at all. You there. I've seen you before. Where was it? At the place? The place with the thing? No matter. What was your name again? Oko? That's right, Oko. You're one of those pioneers everyone's been raving about. Do you have some business here, or... Oh, while I have you here, you wouldn't have happened to see the princess, would you? Or Ciela, I mean? No? Oh, that's what I was afraid of. She must have put on her traveling clothes and headed off into the forest. She had been muttering something about strange goings-on at an ergo locus in the Certus caverns. I mean, oh dear, you're not supposed to know that. I didn't tell you anything, and no one can prove that I did. Sweet mercy, this is not a good day for me at all. Alright, but that's about it. That's all we really need to do. I wanted to just get that information because she told us where we're going to be heading next, which is we're going to be looking for an Ergon Locus in the Certus Caverns. And we're going to be doing that in the next episode as we venture. There's a few other things I want to do in Certus Caverns as well, and we'll be sort of venturing out further into Adelaide and doing more exploring. And we'll be continuing that in the next episode. But thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking below. I'm Oko, and I'll see you guys all on our next episode of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Bye for now.